What is going on, everybody? After last night and seeing Zion Williamson go down because of the shoe thing and the leg injury, the knee injury, there's been some hot discussions, and this isn't the first time this has ever been brought up, obviously, but the college athlete thing, and should they be getting paid? Should they not be getting paid? They bring in all this revenue, and I understand that. I definitely do. Right now, I'm actually in a special topics class, current issues with sports, and the big thing that we talk about is the NCAA and pretty much the system and how it works. And let me just say this. Yeah, there are guys like Zion Williamson, R.J. Barrett, these players that are just unreal. They play their 1 year in college, and they're set for the NBA. Absolutely. No doubt about it. But that is the outlier. That's the 4% of college basketball. There's about 96% that never touch the league, that don't have that type of superstardom at the NCAA level. Paying college athletes a salary just wouldn't work. It just wouldn't work. There's no legitimate way to do it. Now, my counter argument is, should they be able to get some sort of money? Absolutely. There should be no restrictions on making money when it comes to signing an autograph or sponsorships, Gatorade, anything like that. Absolutely. You should be able to have the freedom to do that. Salary-wise, though, it's nearly impossible. You have the Dukes, and then you have the Wichita States, and then you have the middle-of-the-pack squads that are like the middle Big Ten squad in Nebraska. There's no way to actually physically do this. You can't be saying, oh, I'm going to pay Zion Williamson $15 million to come to my school. It would just dilute the whole thing. It would change the entire thing. Although, we all know that that happens behind doors, but if you open it to the public and you're just allowed to do it, it changes everything. It changes the fact on why would guys go to Wichita State over a middle-of-the-pack Big Ten team? Or these squads that can win smaller divisions that get good players compared to lower-end Big Ten schools or Big 12 school. It would just play everything. It would just be totally different to how college basketball is and change the style of where these players actually go. So I'm not in favor of paying these players salary-wise. I am in favor of them being able to make money. Because now you hear, why should Zion ever play? Why should Zion continue this career? The thing that would eliminate most of this problem, it would be eliminating the one and done. Because if you get rid of the one and done, then those players go straight to the league, and the guys that are playing college aren't ready for the NBA. And yeah, they obviously have to sacrifice the potential of getting hurt, but they're also giving them the chance to make the league after a couple seasons. Eliminating the one and done would be a huge fix to this problem. Like I said, we all talk about the Zions, the R.J. Barretts, these players that have a chance to make the NBA and make an impact right away. But take a look at the field of college basketball. There's a very, very limited handful of people that have that. So the people that are upset about getting paid, it's really about 15 players of thousands. And that's where the argument comes in. I understand it's a flawed system, no doubt. I understand the NCAA is corrupt and they're making all the billions and billions of dollars and these players aren't getting any of it, even though they're the ones that are contributing to the entertainment. That's why I think they should be able to do some things on the side for money, sponsorships, absolutely. Because that would be justified to that specific person's value. Zion Williamson could make more money than Wichita State's point guard. Or UConn's shooting guard. Because he has more value. Yes. But if it comes down to we can pay these players whatever they want, it's going to be a mess. It's going to get out of hand. It's going to be uncontrollable. And then those middle-of-the-pack squads are never going to get anyone because they can't afford to spend $5 million, $6 million to go get a Zion Williamson. It's going to change everything. Everything. So the one and done rule really is the difference maker, in my opinion. What I want to see out of this would be the fact that these players have the ability to go out there and make some sort of cash on the side. You had Kemba Walker come out and say he had no food and all this. Take a look at what these guys really get. I have an 8 a.m. 3-hour class on this. My professor was an NCAA college basketball coach for many, many, many years, and he was showing us what they get, the meals, the chef, the smoothie machine, their facilities, full-time chef. I mean, these guys get everything. So the fact that they make it seem like they don't get nothing is ridiculous. And I keep saying, yes, there are guys like Zion, but that's because they are the top of the top of the top. There's a 95% of student athletes at the college basketball level and college football level at the top that this doesn't really relate to. There's just the outliers that we look at, the 15 players. So I think it gets looked at differently just because of those. For the others, no one complains. Is anyone complaining about UConn's power forward that doesn't get paid? And like I said, I'm not knocking the fact that they should be able to get some money. Absolutely. Absolutely. But to the extreme of these guys should get salaries, millions. You should be able to pay them to come to your school. I don't think you understand what that does. Hear me out. You pay this guy $8 million to come to your school. He sucks. What happens with the fan base, the boosters? What do you do to that kid? Is he really a student athlete anymore? Or is it to the point where he's a paid player and what you can boo him out of town, kick him off the team? I mean, what does that do? How does that change everything when it comes to performance? Now you got to judge these players' performances differently than just, oh, we recruited him and he didn't work out. Oh, we paid him $8 million and he's not working out. Think of it in football. You pay this lineman how many mil to come here and play? And he's not holding up his bargain. He's not blocking. It's so simple to say these guys should be getting paid money, but when you actually think about it, you actually break it down, you really consider how is this going to change? What does this mean for the players that don't work out and don't succeed after getting paid all that money? What does that mean to the recruiting classes? What does that say to the other teams that aren't big markets? We talk about Alabama and Clemson being at the top every single year. Now I'm switching to college football, but now what does that do for the rest of the field? How are they going to compete with that when Alabama can spend way more money than other schools? Talk about competitive balance now and the problem with it. It's just going to make it even worse because they're going to go to where they can get more money. Should they be getting money? Yes. Should they be getting paid salary? No. It should be all based off individual stuff. Sponsorships, selling autographs, stuff like that. You should be able to bring in revenue that way. Absolutely. Absolutely. The fact that they can't make any money, yeah, I understand that's frustrating. And that needs to change. But I'm sorry, I can't buy into the fact that Zion Williamson should get a salary in college basketball. The fix to that, like I said, is get rid of the one and done. Get rid of the one and done. Because then he doesn't need to sacrifice that year and maybe get hurt. He can go right from high school, right to the league. And just like that, bang. Just like that. Right now, I saw Zion Williamson actually has a insurance policy. If he falls behind 16th in the draft, he gets $8 million. Well, let's be real. Regardless of what happens with his injury, I don't think my man is falling past 16 anyway. But that's my thoughts on it. I want to know what you think down below. It could be harsh. You know, everyone thinks these guys should just be getting paid so much, but you have to factor in that you're really only talking about 10 to 15 guys. So eliminating the one and done rule will get rid of that. And the guys who are playing in college, yeah, they're sacrificing a little bit, but you know, they're taking the chance to develop enough to play in the NBA one day. They're not ready yet. They're just not ready yet. And then you also hear the news about maybe building up the G League. I don't think that will work because of the fact of exposure's not there. You got to watch those games on Twitch compared to NBC, CBC, ESPN, or CBC. What the hell is that? CBS, ESPN. There's not the same value when it comes to exposure. So, let me know what you think down below. I'm just ranting about it. I don't think they should be getting paid a salary or paid to go to schools. But if it comes to sponsorships and stuff of that nature where they can go out personally and make money off their specific value individually, it's a difference maker. It absolutely is a difference maker. But I can't see them getting paid salary based off games and all that. It'll change everything about college basketball. And I know it's corrupt. I understand that. There has to be a way to chip at it. Doesn't happen overnight. Let me know your thoughts. See you next time.